In this mission, I have to build a castle on my flat land position to hold my base of operations, from which I shall achieve my objectives, which starts with a bandits camp that wreaks havoc in the countryside. And I must hurry, because Sir Grey, an English lord loyal to the king, is besieged by an outnumbering usurper's force, and I must reach him with a strong enough army to lift the siege on his castle as soon as possible. Meanwhile, in the far north, there is a forest filled with many wolves, blocking the road to the coast, where monks are stuck after they landed there, and I also need to send them aid somehow. The main goal here is Angus MacLeod, aka the Bull, my biggest enemy here, whom I will assault his castle when I build my army. Now, I didn't make a series about Stronghold's campaign nor Crusaders' historical campaigns because it was so boring, so obvious that it's nothing more than a tutorial for the game. But Northern Strategist, a Stronghold gamer on YouTube, has made a video called Stronghold 2's campaign where, unlike any other in the series, he described the realistic and exciting scenarios and events and how that reflects to the playing experience in Stronghold 2 apart from any other Stronghold game. And of course, the difference between the coward, foolish alpha male in Stronghold who spends his time shouting at the troops and running like a lady in times of war, and the immersible wolf, the Sigma male lord in Stronghold 2 who leads his men from the front line and go with them to fight. I won't make an entire series about that campaign, but this mission is one of the closest to my war-thirsty heart. While I know that this might be a dead video that won't reach anyone, but I am so passionate about this mission as I am making this video to complete my enjoyable experience of it. So welcome to an epic battle in Strongfort. I started the game with the necessary buildings, woodcutters, and farmers with royal farmers. Taxes are set with noble's kitchen and military basics. The peasants started gathering the most essential resource, and farmers began planting. Meanwhile, weapons production started.
Sir Edwin has sent us some troops, my liege.
Thank you, Edwin. For now, I've sent these units to protect our quarries. Thankfully, they arrived soon enough to protect the laborers from wild wolves.
Our troops are under attack!
That logistical supply was necessary to start fortifying my position. Meanwhile,
Ambush! Outlaws are attacking!
a group of gangs went to raid my almost defenseless town. Our numbers are still very low to fend off an attack this strong at the beginning. They attacked with thrown javelins.
Our troops are under attack!
And I don't have any troops to confront them but the city guards. We have lost some men while the others marched to the quarries. My soldiers tried to maneuver their flying javelins, but with near annihilation of that force, knowing the danger of having a governmental castle built close to their base, they tried to disrupt the building work soon.
The enemy are destroying our buildings!
But our castle is now secure, and stones continued to pour into my stockpile. When I started garrisoning my walls, the wolves ran from the hail of arrows. And here is the castle's kitchen, cooking a tasty feast for the Lord. This indeed gives me some honor in the strong fort. Now, as my castle is ready, I wanted to stretch my influence in the surrounding lands, but if I purchased my western neighbors, I'll be directly responsible for protecting them from the bandits, who will most likely raid the goods caravans. As I have
No food distributed this month.
I need to bring food quickly and safely, so the northern province will be a better choice right now, if I could guard the road from the wolves. I have sent a contingent from my castle to peacefully declare my authority over this land, pushing my northern border to the forest and controlling the coast.
People are leaving the castle.
Don't worry, now our neighboring peasants are on the way with surplus food supply, while our guards are patrolling the road. As I have secured food and resource supply, the trapped monks were in danger, attacked by many wolves, but we still don't have enough troops to aid them currently.
Sire, The wolves to the north are on the move. Is there nothing we can do for Friar Jacob's monks?
Not right now, unfortunately. We're still fighting wolves and bandits in our lands, and I know that I can't go help the monks before neutralizing the bandits' problem, so I don't want to return with a destroyed castle economy. The gang's camp is my first goal. Looking at their position, it is shielded by sharp cliffs, which will protect their flanks against a direct assault from the south. But a deer had shown me that there is indeed a mountain pass that I can climb with my archers and use their natural defenses against them. If I marched with the infantry around the mountain from our northwestern border, I will be able to attack them from their unpredictable back. This is a good plan to put an end to their raids.
Our troops are under attack!
So, the brave lord walked to take command responsibility of his troops, and we marched with the lord outside the fortification. Dividing our force into archers and infantry, marching according to plan. But when we received scout reports,
Ambush! Outlaws are attacking!
I have hidden my archers in the forest to avoid my plan being detected, leaving the garrison to confront the unorganized party. Meanwhile, the infantry, under the Lord, has crossed the border, capturing the village on their way. And while a part of the gang went to raid another village, this was the best opportunity to close in while their ranks thinned out. The archers followed the deer's route, reaching the top of the mountain, while the infantry is now ready. This is the moment. The archers advanced on the cliff, while the infantry emerged from the back of their camp. In the beginning of the battle, we lost some men from the initial javelin attack, before the archers reached their position to rain down arrows on the bandits, covering my infantry from their archers. The rest of the melee combat was in our favor, as we have destroyed their camp. And quickly I retreated my troops to intercept the returnees with English longbow arrows. As we repelled a desperate attempt to outflank the archers, we have annihilated the gang with some injuries and minimal losses. Now we can march back to the castle to continue improving our town, as I've started wheat and ale production and enjoying a victory feast. I've extended my influence over the now secure Western County, and I have ale, bread, apple, and meat production with cheese imported from the countryside. This gives me honor to recruit more soldiers and high popularity to collect more gold from the taxes without raising my people's anger. Meanwhile, the situation of the siege in the west was becoming desperate, but my current numerical power is enough only for saving the monks in the north. So after a brief rest, my army again formed outside the castle, with the Lord following to take command. And we were being attacked by wolves before we even organized.
The Lord is under attack!
But nevertheless, we have marched into vanguard under the Lord and the rear guard, both deployed with infantry in the front and archers in the back. Reaching the border county, and formed in battle formation, a battle against some wild wolves. And on my signal, archers opened fire. And infantry intercepted the remaining wolves, along with the truly warrior lord.
Your popularity is rising.
And we've progressed to the forest. Now, we need to fight our way deep in the wild until we reach the coast. The presence of the Lord on the head of his troops must have raised morale against the men. And it seems we have arrived exactly in dangerous times.
Your popularity is falling.
The monks lost many in battling the wolves, but we have now secured them. The second objective in this land is complete.
Thank you, Sir Steele. We are once again indebted to you. The brothers who have survived are willing to lay down their lives for your cause and would be proud to fight alongside you.
Now, with my newly recruited monks, we've taken the same route that we've cleared and marched back to the castle, to our ever-evolving economy and popularity. The Lord has returned triumphantly with our monk guests, but we can't rest in the castle while Sir Grey is still under siege and waiting for our aid. So I've strengthened the castle fortifications and also filling the killing ground between the two walls with sharp traps. Now I've gathered with the exhausted monks and explained to them the dangerous, urgent situation of Sir Grey, and how he and his garrison are currently counting every hour and desperately waiting for our arrival to relieve them from the siege. The monks, eager to repay the favor of saving them from the wolves, rushed to give the same help to Sir Grey. The army formed in march formation outside the castle, with the Lord and his monks ahead of them. We took the western road directly, heading to the next destination of our western county, where my border lies. I've stopped for a little while to provision the army, before resuming the march, because we're already too late. In quick army steps, we've crossed the river border, stretching our line of influence further west and cutting the road of retreat and supply or reinforcements to the enemy entirely, isolating the besiegers who were besieging Sir Grey's castle. And we fell upon them before they could organize a defense. Archers exchanged a hail of arrows and infantry clashed in melee combat. The better armed macemen have dealt many casualties in our ranks, but we have managed to attack them on two flanks, overwhelming them. After we have destroyed their army and lost many, I have taken the exhausted and injured army to encamp on a high hill. Following the advice of Sun Tzu, all armies prefer high ground to low and sunny places to dark. When in consequence of heavy rains up country, a river which you wish to ford is swollen and flecked with foam, you must wait until it subsides. But the main reason for me encamping on this hill is that we don't have enough time to complete the march to the castle, as Angus MacLeod's army has already left their castle and are on the way to besiege mine. Meanwhile, a Viking ship has landed a force on my beach, also heading to the castle. The Bull's army has set camp in our sight from afar and directly in front of my castle wall. With my garrison successfully repelled the Vikings' initial assault. But now they have advanced their siege engines, as well as the Bull's troops, moving them very close to the castle. My archers have destroyed the catapults before they even break the first wall. But the situation in the southwest was more dangerous, as archers were committed to battle the garrison, while artillery bombarded the wall. We still had a good number of archers in the castle.
Angus of Clan MacLeod, I will let you share the glory, but I want to kill the whelp Steele myself. Then you will have to get to him before I do, Olaf. As you like, but expect no warm welcome from my berserkers.
But since their infantry was busy away from their camp, I went down with my army and descended upon them from behind. While their assaulting infantry were annihilated in our killing zone, the Vikings seem to have been destroyed, and we can finally enter our castle. Surely the garrison rejoiced with the sight of the Lord returning with his army. But actually I'm not here seeking refuge. I seek revenge from the one responsible for the siege by gathering reinforcements, leaving only the injured to retreat. Rebuilding my army with the Lord ahead, readying them for the march to the Bull. We have crossed over friendly territory at first, and continued to the border. Now we've pushed our estate to the river by capturing this village. We can rest and provision from nearby friendly villages while we see the enemy castle. Right now, if we cross the river, we'll face the massive gatehouse directly. But if we march to the west and encamp in this village, we'll face an equally, if not stronger, fortification and garrison. So a direct assault on the closer wall will be better here. The army crossed the bridge, and we have set our camp facing Angus's portcullis, as they equally saw the flag of the Stronghold troops from their battlements. Now, my army is ready with every division having its signal. My plan is to sacrifice 4 divisions of fast laddermen to provoke the garrison to release their dangerous wooden rolls. Then I will commit my entire army for a decisive assault, with another 20 laddermen to scale the walls. When the infantry reaches the top, the archers should follow them to conquer the battlements to use them against the enemy. While my infantry resumes fighting along the length of the wall, another division with the Lord will fight their way directly to Angus MacLeod himself. My assault started with the first 2 divisions of laddermen rushing forward, followed by 2 others. The plan succeeded on the right quickly, and it took more time on the left for the garrison to release. Thanks to the sacrifice of the laddermen, my army advanced, safe from total destruction. In perfect synchronization, the troops quickly laid their ladders on the walls, with the spearmen climbing under the covering fire. Once the walls were clear, my archers also rushed to climb them. And Angus the coward fled on his horse before falling in his dirty streets. Now my army is successful. The Lord climbed the keep and the day was ours. As I said, I won't make videos about the entire Stronghold 2 campaign, but this was an especially interesting war story, for me at least, which I've enjoyed a lot playing it for more than 3 hours on 2 days to sustain my high mental performance in gaming, and making this video took much longer. So if you enjoyed, subscribe to the Stronghold channel to witness the upcoming battles and sieges that we'll fight together. Write for me your opinion in the comments to discuss it in coming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll meet you on the coming battlefield.